going to get into detail next time. Mental. How is your clarity, your cognition, your memory? Is that brain working for you? 1 is your memory is getting worse. It's not just situational. You're like, it's starting to lag a little bit. Not, I just can't find my keys. Maybe you never could find your keys. You got to say, is this something new? Is it getting worse? Memory, is your brain wiring and firing? Is it clear? Can you do what you want? And how is your mood? Are you depressed? Are you anxious? How's that doing? That's a 1, right? If we're not doing well. And a 10 would be wiring and firing. You can focus, you can have clarity, and you feel happy. That's a 10. Relationships, the blue zones, people live longer and healthier and happier lives. What's going on in the blue zones? What do they have in common? Now, in general, most of them probably have a little more activity than most Americans, and they eat a little better. But what do they really have in common? Community. They created around them groups like this where you're saying, how are you doing? What's going on? They create a community, different generations. My dad was having his house worked on, and so my son and my dad and I, we have 3 generations living in our house, and I'm surprised Barry's still with me. But anyway, it should have been a reality show, honestly. But you create community around you that supports you in your health. If you have people going, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? They're nitpicking it. That's not a community. You need people around you that think like you do and live their lives like you do. That's an important part of a relationship. A 1 is you don't have anybody, no family, no friends, no coworkers. You really feel alone. You just don't have anybody. And a 10 is you got a good tribe around you. Part of the relationship is having intimacy. And I don't care how old you are. Now, I'm not going to have some of my older patients, people, stand up and tell you that, yes, they're still being intimate. 80s and 90 years old. It's important. Don't think, forget about that. No, the younger ones are going, why would you ever do that? The older ones are going, yeah, I forgot about that a long time ago. It's important. Get that back in your life. Make it happen. Make a date night. And it might just be a hug, but you're touching. We need to be touched and held, not just sex, right? It's important and spiritual, probably the most important of all. A 1, and we're going to get more deep into this a little bit next time. A 1 is you really don't feel connected to anything outside of yourself. You have no connection to say, when I'm done, this body is done, it's all going to be okay. Everything, the world's going to go on, the people I love, all that, it's going to be okay. So a 1 is you do not feel connected to anything. And I don't care what your religious belief system is. Do you feel a sense of something outside of yourself that's more powerful than you? If you do, that's a 10. That's good. I have people, I've been asking for 30 years on my intake, it's one of my things, do you have a spiritual belief system? When people start telling me about their religion, I said, that's great, I'm glad that's not what I asked. Do you feel connected? And I'll have them say, well, I do my rosary every day. No, I need to know, do you feel connected to God? That's your belief system. Do you feel connected? And they cry. And they go, no, but I'm doing everything right. I'm going to ask you to please dig in a little bit deeper within yourselves. Find that God, Buddha, nature, source. What were some more words? What do you guys, yeah? Oneness, yeah. Find that, because my cancer patients who survive, and they are in the books of that's not supposed to happen. It's called spontaneous remission. What do they have in common? They're not afraid of cancer, they're not afraid of death, because they feel connected to something outside of themselves. Why wait till something bad happens to find that? Try to find it now.